You know, something that we don't really think about. Obviously, I didn't think about this when I still had two legs, but the huge differentiation between the different tools that we have to use to be able to have a normal life again. Um, the prosthetic leg, my last one right here, it was a standard hydraulic driven knee, which the one I have now is also hydraulic, but it's got a microprocessor in it. We'll get to that in a minute. The way it would affix to me is I would take this right here, put it to my stump, and roll this up where it would be over my stump like this. Then I would have to put, this is why I'd get a new one, was because my stump had gotten too small for that socket right there. Basically, quick gist with it is there's residual fluid in your stump. And this compression sleeve over time of continually squeezing will force the fluid out, force some of the excess fluid out. And so over time, even in the beginning, as the day would go on, you would have to put on a sock to basically build up the stump to make it big enough to fit in the socket. And eventually it got to the point where I was having to put so many on, it was just, I couldn't build up enough for it to be right. And that's why they finally had to build me another one. But what I would do, it's on my leg like this. I would put my stump down into this, into the socket here. I would pull that through. And that's how I would tighten it onto me. I would pull this right here down, go through this little strap right here, and basically tighten it. And that was how I would affix it to me. Okay. Now the one I have now, it has a pressure relief valve right there. So right now it won't come off. I press that. I don't know if y'all can hear the air hissing, but it has a vacuum to it. So the way this one right here works is you still have a silicone compression sock basically, but then this piece right here is separate. It basically makes a plunger to where when pressed down in there, it forces the air out the bottom. That's what makes the vacuum. They gave me this as two separate pieces because of the scar tissue I have from being burned. I have some sensitive spots. So they gave me one like this so that I could put it where I felt most comfortable with the plunger part at. But so you take it like this right here. And it squeezes down like that. That's not on right. I'm still getting used to this. One of the big things that made me want to even make this video is one thing you really would not even think about, but the only thing I can come up with is because of the way that they're affixed to my body. This uses a different set of muscles than that did, because I literally could put that leg on when I got out of the bed in the morning. I'd put it on, and other than take a shower, it never came off. I'd keep it on all day long, walked all day, everything. I mean, I wouldn't go walking miles or anything, but I would walk for extended periods. And for some reason, this one right here, like I said, the best answer I can come up with is it uses a different set of muscles. Because this one right here, I can barely walk 50 foot without it getting tired. And so I'm a hard worker. I know how that works. It's a workout. And so thus that means after a period of time, I'll get stronger. I'm not going to give up just because it makes me tired. That's the drive. That's when you have to drive and push harder. And sometimes I haven't had to use it in a long, long time. But I used to have to use a cane. I'm 40 years old. I probably hadn't used a cane since I was 39. Nah, I was 39 when I got burned. But anyway, sometimes you have to use a cane. Sometimes I have to use a wheelchair. But at the end of the day, one thing about an amputee, one thing about a disabled person in general is we have to be overcomers. And one of the reasons why I've made this channel right here, number one, is because of the van life. I'm going to use it, the vlog van life. But the secondary thing is I want to be an inspiration. I want to show some of these people out there that have given up on life that if they put the work in, that they can overcome things. Because, I mean, by all medical reasoning, I shouldn't be alive. But yet I'm not only alive, but I'm thriving in life. I made a comment yesterday that I cried more in the 56 days that I was in the hospital in the burn unit ICU when I lost my leg. I cried more in that 56 days than I had in the 39 years I had been alive before I got burned. But in the 18 months since that happened, since I got out, I've smiled more than I have in the 40 years before. Sometimes all we got to do is buckle down and fight. And if you need somebody to walk beside you when you fight, if you need somebody to be your inspiration to see that an overcomer could do it, I'm here for you. Y'all know, or some of you know, you see my custom leg, how it has heal on it. That's the group that I started online. Help, empathize, accept, and love. Heal is of my heart. Heal is not just a community I started on Facebook and TikTok. Heal is a way of life. I'm here to help you heal. Walk with me. I love y'all and God bless.